Thanks for joining us today on Talk of the Town. I'm your host, Janet Cresson. Got a teenager in the house? Well, if you're looking for real business world experience with life-changing results for your teenager, you'll want to meet our next guest. With me, I have Steve Benchwell. He's the director of Business World right here in Madison. Hi, Steve, and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
Thanks for coming back
Thanks for having me.
Visiting. I was feeling a little clever because I noticed that it's CW meets BW.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yep, you bet. Yep.
I know, I get excited about the little things. So let's bring some viewers up to speed. If they don't know what Business World is, give them an idea of who you are and what you do.
Yeah, we've been on a bunch, so hopefully the viewers have seen us, but for those that aren't familiar, Business World's for high school kids, and we offer our programs in two different ways. During the summer, we have an overnight summer camp where the high school kids get to come onto a college campus, live in the dorms, say goodbye to mom and dad for the week, and they're on their own, getting a college experience. And that's kind of our flagship program. We're really proud of that. And recently, we've been supplementing that summer camp with programs during the school year. And we hold those all around Wisconsin, and they're called Mini Business World. And with it being the school year right now, that's kind of where we're at with the program. So we're traveling all around the state, holding mini business worlds, and really excited today that we'll talk a little bit about our Dane County Mini Business World that's coming up at the end of the month.
Okay, great. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah.
What else is new then? So you've got your summer things, you've got the minis, what else?
So we're doing all sorts of things where we're working with the high school kids in the summer and in the school year during Mini Business World. And what's really been fun is a lot of our business sponsors have been asking me to come into their corporate setting and give them a little crash course on how today's kids see the world. How do they learn? How do they work together? What do they really want from an employer? So that those bosses and employers can kind of match up what they're offering their employees and kind of make human resources people happy all around.
Wow, that's really interesting. I like that. So you mentioned the Mini Business Worlds, and you've got one coming to Dane County.
Yep.
Tell me a little more about that.
Yeah, so our Dane County Mini Business World will be at the end of the month here in January, and we expect about 250 kids to attend from all the surrounding high schools, so it's going to be a really exciting day. And that day is going to be hosted by American Family Insurance. So they're going to bring us in, they're going to play host for the day, and the kids are going to have an awesome experience where they get a hands-on day working with business concepts, but also getting to see a real business in action. It's a beautiful headquarter facility, and it really makes it an authentic business experience for those kids.
I could see that, you know, being in an office setting versus everyone meeting in an auditorium or a cafeteria or something like that really does help make it feel a little more authentic. Love that. So what happens in these Mini Business World sessions? These are one-day events,
Yep,
right?
it's a one-day event. It's just the length of a school day, and it's going to be really neat for the kids. They're going to come in, and right off the bat, they're going to get mixed up and put into new teams with kids that they've never met before. So part of the experience is making new friends, networking, putting yourself out there and being comfortable with that. A lot of kids...
Do we need to do that in the real world?
I think so, and especially today's kids are so digital and kind of sometimes so buried in their phones that those people skills sometimes they struggle with.
Yeah.
So we can really push them to get out of their comfort zone and put themselves out there, and they learn all sorts of stuff about business and marketing and getting ready for what comes next in their lives.
What are some of the lessons that they learn?
Sure, so kind of what you would expect from a business conference. It's Business 101, so we talk about slogans and marketing campaigns and branding and basic financial terms and things like that. But a lot of the more important takeaways really don't have anything to do with business. It's more of confidence in your own skills, identifying what you're good at and what you might want to do. Because no matter what occupation you go into, you're going to need the same basic set of people skills. How do we work together? Am I reliable? Am I accountable? So we can kind of put them in a situation where they need to perform and they need to deliver. Kind of gives them a taste of what those expectations of the working world are going to be like once they get there.
Sure, it probably helps them start thinking a little bit ahead to what they might like to do
so.
with those skills too.
We hope so, yeah.
We hope so. All right, well, we have their interests now. How can viewers find out more if they want to get their...
Yeah, so hopefully people at home watching might be parents, they might be teenagers, and maybe it's a business sponsor potentially, and we'd love for them to get involved. The more people we get involved, the better. So if you're watching at home and you know you got kids or you got kids next door or your nieces or nephews, make sure they know about the program. If you're a parent or a business person and you want to get involved, the more support we get, the more authentic of an experience it becomes. And it's not just cutting us a check, you know, it goes way beyond that. Let us come see your facility for a tour. come talk to our kids and kind of tell them what you were like when you were 16. The more support of that type we get, the more of a better experience the kids have.
Alrighty, it all sounds good. This is Steve Benchwell. He's with Business World. Thanks, Steve. We'll be right back with more Talk of the Town. Welcome back to Talk of the Town. Well, it is the new year. And with that new year, are you thinking of making a change, maybe an improvement in your life, your home life, your personal life? Well, my next guest has the talent and the passion to help you make changes in your work life and your career path. With me, I have Laura Jeminder. She's a life coach and is with Laura Jeminder Coaching and Consulting. Thanks for coming in today, Laura.
Thanks for having me here. I'm so excited.
So let's get started with you and your business. What inspired you to launch this business?
I was in corporate HR for years and was going up the career path, the career ladder, and every time I got a promotion or a raise, that little bump in excitement was less and less. And I realized doing some soul searching that it really was because I wasn't able to live my purpose. And so in thinking about it, really so many people are wanting more out of their careers. And I knew that with my skill set and background with adult education and HR and coaching, those pieces together really were able to support people to have the career and business they love.
A meaningful work is
Yes.
what you're talking about. You have a tagline I noticed on your website for your business. It says, your work, your life, your terms. Tell me a little bit more about that.
Well, statistics show that people are spending about 47 hours a week working, which most of us are working well over that. And it plays such a big part in our life that if we're not doing the work that we love, it has a ripple effect in other areas of our life. And how does that show up with a team, for example, if there's a lot of people that aren't feeling really engaged and passionate about what they're doing?
That's really well put. That ripple effect is so true. And then amplified if it is a team. Really good point. If someone is interested in hiring you or hiring a coach in general, what advice do you have for someone?
I would say to really explore that coach's background and skill set. There's a lot of great coaches, and they all have different, whether it's certifications or areas of expertise. And then you're going to want to look for results as well. Someone who's really, really proven to help people in their lives or their businesses.
So when you say results, is that looking at other people's reviews or that kind of thing?
Yes.
Okay. So back to the workplace, and I'm curious what kind of trends you're anticipating for 2016.
One of the trends that we're seeing is workplaces that are trying to be more flexible. There is really a talent shortage and competition, so businesses realize that one of the things they can do that doesn't cost a lot of money if there's not budgeted for raises and promotions is to be more flexible. Another is around leadership development. We're seeing more of the baby boomers retiring, so succession planning and growing leaders from within is crucial to organization success.
Sure, the baby boomers are retiring, and what is it, Generation Z now that's getting out of college and into the workforce? Leadership development is a word you just used, and that's kind of a hot topic these days. If someone is interested in improving those skills, what do you advise?
I really encourage people to play to their strengths and also think about the leaders in your life that have really impacted you and those skills and how that's shown up. Or on the contrary, maybe you've had a leader that you really wasn't living up to their potential and the impact it had for you, and just to kind of be counter to that.
That's a good point. You can learn maybe what not to do, what works and what doesn't.
Yes.
Is another way to say that. So before we leave, if someone's really committed to making a change, what's your advice?
I think it's crucial to find a support system. The people in your life that are really going to be supporting you, whether it's a cheer or accountability. Maybe you have an accountability partner or you do hire a coach, but to commit to that because it really is behavioral change.
Say that again in terms of what is important in that?
In having an opportunity to have change, you also go through introducing new habits potentially, and how having a support network
That's what it was.
can help you to be accountable, or even say if your New Year's resolution is around getting a new job, having someone that's on the lookout for you for your best interest if there's a job opening at their company or something like that.
Got it. Okay, sorry about that. Thank you for that. Well, again, this is Laura Jeminder. She's a life coach. You can check her out on your website, right? It's a good place to go.
Yes.
Alrighty. Well, there's a new grocery coming to town that's going to be offering childcare Find out who right after this. Welcome back to Talk of the Town. Well, our next guest is new to Madison, coming soon, but not new to Wisconsin. With me, I have Paul Anderson. He's from Festival Foods. Thanks for coming in today, Paul.
Well, I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
Now, Festival Foods is planning to come to Madison in 2016, this year.
That's correct.
Very
Early
soon.
spring. So.
Early spring, okay. This is going to be new for a lot of folks, I think, even though you're Wisconsin-based. Can you give a little background and why Festival Foods is different from other groceries? We got a lot of grocery stores in Madison.
Yes, there's certainly a lot of stores in Madison, but at Festival we really focus on perishables, fresh foods. Produce, our produce department, we receive deliveries 7 days a week. Our deli department's large, very large, and most of the products we produce ourselves. You can find everything from breakfast to dinner in our deli departments. Our meat department, we have a legendary beef program. We cut most of the beef in store ourselves. We also have a fresh flight fish program, so there's a wide variety of offerings in our meat department. And then in our bakery, we bake everything in the store 7 days a week, 365 days a year. So we're busy baking that product to bring the freshest product possible.
Wow, so I'm hearing organics, naturals, and fresh.
And fresh, absolutely.
In all departments.
Absolutely.
That sounds great. And one other way I think you're maybe a little different is if you've enjoyed Rhythm and Booms, our latest celebration in Madison for July 4th was called Shake the Lake. And Festival Foods was one of the major sponsors, wasn't it?
Well, we were very happy to get the opportunity to be involved in that. Community involvement's one of our values of our company, so partnering with the Madison Mallards and bringing that event to downtown Madison was really an exciting event.
How coincidental, given that you're Festival Foods, right? So give us a little background. How did the company start?
Well, back in the 40s, Paul Scogan borrowed $500 to open a 3,000 square foot grocery store in Onalaska that was actually attached to his home. And from there it grew. Dave, his son, took over the business, grew the festival stores to about 8 stores, and then currently Mark Scogan, Dave's son, runs the company. He's the CEO, and we've grown to over 21 stores within the state.
That's really amazing. And what's your history, Paul?
Well, I was born and raised in Madison, went to Madison East, and it's really exciting to be opening a store on East Washington Avenue because I went to East High, played football next door at Bree Stevens Field, and I know a lot of people and ran a lot of supermarkets in the Madison area, so it's exciting.
Yeah, this is neat. These are your stomping grounds.
Absolutely.
So you mentioned the location. It's going to be East Washington Avenue. What's unique about this?
Well, this store is a little different in the stores that we run, that it's more of an urban setting to accommodate the people that live in our neighborhood. We'll have our deli. It's a great place to come in for breakfast, lunch, dinner. We have a dining deck that's upstairs that people can purchase food and consume it there. There's an outdoor seating area that in nice weather you can sit out and look over East Wash and have a view of the Capitol. So I think it's really going to be a vibrant, exciting place to shop, and as well as that, it provides a full-service grocery store to downtown Madison.
We're going to talk about that in a second, full service. You did mention that you'll be having the best beef in town. You called it legendary beef. Tell me a little bit more about that.
Well, we just rolled out this beef program, and we did our homework. We sampled and tested a lot of products from different beef producers around the country, and this profile, the flavor profile, tenderness and juiciness of this legendary beef program beat everything else. And a good part of it is, a good benefit to it is that almost 100% of that product's produced in the state of Wisconsin.
Local. Love that. That's awesome. We're almost out of time, but let's go back to the full service. Now, I think I read that you're going to have childcare in your grocery. Is that right?
Yes, it is. We have a place that we call the Tot Spot, and children from 18 months to 7 years, parents, they can drop their kids off. There's toys in there. They play. We watch the kids, and we take the pressure off mom and or dad when they're shopping. So our guests really enjoy that feature in our store.
I can imagine. Go ahead.
Well, and the kids look forward to it. You know, they're I want to go to Tot Spot today. So it's an exciting place.
Wow, I think that's really a neat idea. Good. Well, we are out of time, Paul. It was really nice meeting you. This is Paul Anderson. He's with Festival Foods. They're coming to Madison on East Washington Avenue this spring. And thanks for coming in. We'll be right back with more Talk of the Town right after this. Welcome back. You're watching Talk of the Town. With the growth of technology, the words like audio, video, security, they're relevant to all of us, whether we're thinking about our home or our business. We're going to learn about Fearing's audio video security. And with me, I have Douglas Fearing, one of the co-founders. Thanks for coming in today, Douglas.
Great to be here.
Great to have you. So let's start with just a little bit of background. How did Fearing's, if you don't mind me abbreviating that long name, how did they come to be?
Well, I like to say I was a TV technician with a dream. My grandpa started a TV and appliance business in 1953, and my dad, when he got out of the military, joined that and became a TV technician, hence entrepreneurship and TV technician all in one. But I didn't end up working for the family business very long. I worked over in Portage, Wisconsin for BJ's TV and Appliance. And while I was there, I moved up into management and then actually kind of created a business within a business and eventually bought that business out in 1997.
I see.
So we kind of went from retail to commercial, and I've been doing more commercial ever since. So.
Wow, it's sort of in your blood, I'd say,
is,
right?
yeah.
So you've been around quite a while. What do you consider one of your bigger successes over these years?
Right now, I'd have to say the biggest success would be just our portfolio of really great clients. I mean, we have some of Wisconsin's largest companies as our clients, and you know, we started out with 5 people in a small company, and now have 30, and now we're statewide, and so we're, you know, we've come a long way.
And you're actually doing work in other states and more recently in China, is that correct?
Well, China was several years ago.
Okay.
We were doing it for a client in Madison that had a plant in China, but yes, we were over in Shanghai doing a big security project over there.
And what are you, if you have to choose, what are you especially proud of?
Well, right now, we went through a really tough time in the downturn of the recession, actually to the point where we didn't know if we'd be a business anymore. And we have just battled back right now, and we've got just a great staff, wonderful people. And I would have to say that the staff that we've built since coming back through the downturn, and then this year we were actually recognized as Dane County Small Business of the Year. So,
Nice. Well, congratulations on that. So in your name, we have audio, video, security. Security and control are big things for folks these days in businesses. Can you tell me about some of the projects where you've worked on those things?
well, you know, one of our projects just recently was Truck Bicycle. They built a new facility in Johnson Creek, and we did all the security for that. And in their Watertown plant. We've got other significant clients, Madison Gas and Electric, we've done some security. We're partnered with a really great vendor right now called Avigilon that's really big in video analytics, one of the top companies right now in video analytics. And so we're doing more in that category because, as you know, when you watch CSI and things like that, video analytics, they're using it all the time. Well, it's working its way down now into an everyday use for a lot of our clients. So,
Isn't that true? Isn't that true? Whether it's a home or business, isn't that true?
mm-hmm.
Regarding the audio and video projects, what's one of the favorites there?
Well, we have a lot of different favorite ones, but if you were going to talk about wow factor,
Sure, give me wow.
We just did the whole lobby and Take 5 Lounge at the new Marcus Sun Prairie Palace Cinema. And so you walk in there, and pretty much anything you see in the lobby or the Take 5 Lounge that's got AV or a sound system attached to it, we did. And Kalahari, we did a major project for their indoor theme park, their whole bowling center, and so those are, you know, wow factor type of things, but we've done some really high-end executive conference rooms. When they built the new Holland Pavilion at the Alliant Energy Center, we did all of the paging for that. It was just a massive project, and we designed and did the project as far as the installation goes, and then all the fiber optic and structured cabling.
It's hard to choose.
It is.
And we're actually about out of time. I do want to say that you're doing good work with those businesses, but you're also doing charity work local and even in Haiti. I've read.
Yep.
Congratulations on that. We're going to have to let you go today. Maybe
Okay.
we can have you back and talk about that more another time.
Great, thanks.
Well, thanks for coming in today. Thanks to all of our guests and from us here at CW. Happy New Year, and we look forward to you joining us throughout the new year.